Hey, what's up everyone? Brandon here. Got my super sidekick Vivian with me, who's been rubbing my shoulders and trying to make me feel better. Bernadette's somewhere back here too. It's early. You guys are like, what's going on? I'm really sick, guys. It took a lot out of me to literally put on clothes and a hat to do this now. Have I been lying on the couch all day, Viv? So you guys are the best. I couldn't just cancel on you. We've got an event. All the rounds are unlocked. So I'm going to go through the players meeting. And I'm going to say thank you to our sponsors. Lat64, Dynamic Discs, Wicked Aces. Hold on, Bubba. And Disc Days. We got our streams every week. I promise we'll be back live next week for TNT. And we've got Monday Mayhem this Monday coming up. Everyone, all 4 rounds are unlocked. All 2 rounds of our finals are unlocked. Everyone can play every rounds. We're still going to have some prizes. If you win a prize, send me an email. Actually, I'm going to send you an email because I'm just going to randomly draw people that participated in the stream tonight. We'll still give away a gift card. We'll still give away some discs and some awesome random draw prizes from our sponsors. And if you guys want to support still, it would mean the world to me. PayPal.me/Hops and Hyzer at Hops and Hyzer on PayPal. If any donations come in, I'll be sending one of my King of Hearts pins to everyone who donates tonight. So thank you all so much for your support. We've got a fun layout tonight. Some cool rounds. It's going to be a great time. Throw it in. Route is Skippy Islands. The longest mile. Endgame 2.0. I'm so bummed. We got some new layouts. Lots of fun. So, look, girls, you're on the screen now. There's Vivian. Bernadette, come over more. So, listen, I hope y'all have a great night. I'm really sorry we have to do this. So my plan, only reason I'm doing this right now is because the announcement's going to go live in the game at 9:45. Tell everyone we're live. So if you guys want to chat, the rounds are live. You guys can play at any time. I'm going to play some videos now for the next hour or so. I'll give you guys some time to chat if you want to. And I'm hoping I'll be feeling better by next week, guys. You're too cute. Because I don't feel good today. So y'all are the best. Thank you so much. Event ID is on the screen. Event ID for the finals will be on the screen in our video viewer. And hope y'all have a good night. We'll catch you soon.
this afternoon, in this parking lot, there's gonna be a helicopter. Like a full-on helicopter, like a whole helicopter. And that's because we've teamed up with GK Pro to announce the signing of Ricky Wysocki and Kona Pani for the 2022 season. But you've probably already seen that video by the time you're watching this one. If not, go watch that, because that one's gonna actually probably be way cooler. But what this video is it's kind of behind the scenes. I'm gonna show you what it was like, or what it's going to be like for me. This is confusing. Time is a social construct. Anyway, I'm just gonna show you behind the scenes. So to start out with, how do we decide to use a helicopter? I can shed some light on that. Helicopter. Yeah, that's a great idea. Fantastic. So the helicopter's coming later, but for now we're at an Airbnb filming with Kona, because she's like gonna wake up and answer the phone and be like, I'm gonna play for Dynamic Discs, and then she's gonna go do it. So that's where we're at now. I'm just gonna be very quiet and not get in the way. So if you don't know, that's the Airbnb that's right by Emporia Country Club. Like, the deck leads out to the fairway of hole 1. It's really cool. So if you look closely, you might be able to see a disc golf basket in the background. But yeah, that's the first, I guess, part of one video. I think the next place we're going is the airport. If we do this transition, it'll look really cool. If we don't, it'll look very out of place. Let's try it. So the transition worked, I think. They did like some shooting here of like getting in the helicopter, driving up with the big black SUV. Ricky did this thing where like he was hanging his feet out of the helicopter for some reason. I'm not really sure why. And then we get lunch. And I'm very excited for lunch.
Yeah, that looks like it fits. Oh boy.
This is gonna end bad.
You might twist an ankle.
Just wait forward or wait back?
You want to go heel toe. Heel toe. Heel toe. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh boy. Or if anything, walk on your toes.
So a few weeks ago, I saw a video of Kona on Instagram throwing in a dress and heels. And I didn't know how she did that. I was astonished, but I wanted to try it. And now she's in town, and so I figured she could coach me, and I could see if I can do this without hurting myself.
I would like to preface that this was not my idea, and I hope that he does not hurt himself. But if I have any tips at all, it's probably going to be to throw a mid or a putter. I don't think you're ready. I think you're still an amateur when it comes to heels.
Fair enough. Oh gosh.
Look at him. Look at him go.
Like, you try and brace on your heel like you usually do, or is that gonna just break it?
I really try and focus on just letting my foot go.
Okay.
Because if you get stuck, you're gonna break your ankle.
Okay.
So let's just try and do a normal form. Keep it.
Do I X step or just stand still at first?
I did an X step, but you're still an amateur. So maybe start with your standstill and then let's move up to a run.
Okay, we'll start with standstill. This is so much more precarious than I thought it would be.
You didn't know what you were getting yourself
I
into.
really didn't. I guess I have to
Focus
spin
on balance
my heel.
on your front foot if you do anything. Focus on that balance.
Like that, okay.
Yes, yes, girl. Work. W-E-R-K.
Do my
work.
legs look longer?
They do.
Does it help? Okay.
They do.
Especially with the socks, I'm sure.
Oh, he didn't hurt himself.
That actually worked.
All
right.
Wow.
That was all arm, but
Wow. That was like 950 rated.
really?
Heel throw.
For in heels.
Impressive. Now let's put a next step in that.
Let's put a broken ankle here.
Oh boy. Wow! Oh, I thought you almost.
The back foot.
Oh, I totally thought you.
I almost sent
rolled
this
your
shoe
ankle.
like flying.
You did great though.
This is, I don't know if great is the word that I would use, but we sure did it. Thank you for your help, I guess.
What are
I
your
haven't hurt.
thoughts?
My toes hurt.
Are you going to continue doing this?
These aren't comfortable.
No.
No.
I
Are they
don't-
ever?
No. No, I don't wear them. So
Okay.
I wouldn't know. It's not my attire.
Okay, do you want to show what like a real throw looks like?
I have my beautiful custom stamp, the next chapter Kona stamp. This is an escape. This is actually one of my favorite discs right now, so no warm-up. I guess let's see what happens.
Oh, crushed it. That's like twice as far as I threw
That's
it.
a beautiful flight.
Wow.
That's why I like that disc.
That's so far.
Go buy an Escape. Maybe one of mine.
You want me to run in heels in grass? I'm in pain. I'm coming back.
So yeah, that hurt a lot more than I expected it to. If you have to wear heels regularly, I don't know how you do it. Like, they're shoes, so you'd think they would have padding, but there's nothing. It's just cramming and pain. I don't understand. Anyways, the only other thing that we filmed that day was a podcast. I didn't get to film anything fun with Ricky, so here's my favorite part of the podcast.
Danny, you've got a couple of goofier questions.
I really have one that I'm going to focus in on. This is not at all disc golf related because we've heard a lot about disc golf.
Yeah.
I think we kind of need to show the other side of Ricky, of your personality and everything. And this is really an eye-opening question on several levels. How many 5-year-olds do you think you could take in a fight? This is like you're cornered. You don't have any choice but to fight them, and they're not like coordinating or anything. But there's just waves of 5-year-olds coming at you. How many do you think you can take? Just for the sake of anybody who's like concerned about the 5-year-olds, they don't exist.
Yeah,
this is not actual 5-year-olds. In this situation too, it could be robots that act exactly like 5-year-olds. Like there's no emotional component to this. This is just
This is a VR thing.
Yeah, this is just how many can you take down?
You know, I don't know. I think being tall is better, but I don't know about that.
Are you thinking
top heavy?
Yeah, exactly. They can just kind of tip me over.
bite your
Like,
ankle.
if there's like 6 or 7 of them like trying to push me over, I think that would be if I had lower center of gravity like Emerson or something. It'd be a little better because it's harder to tip them over.
Are you thinking more of like a kicking thing, or are you going to pick one of them up and use them to? Like,
kind of like swing them around and kind of clunk them all. Create my little comfort zone.
There's a lot of creativity here.
Yeah.
Personally, I think any more than 3 and I'm toast.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm a small guy. I think, especially if they have any.
But your lower center of
like,
gravity might be beneficial more than you think.
I think Danny could take more than 3.
Yeah.
I think Ricky could take considerably more than Danny.
That's fair, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't know, probably 10.
Probably 10. That's what I was gonna say. Like 10 seems like a
it's a good
pretty
number.
solid number.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite part of the podcast. You can find the whole podcast on our YouTube channel, or our regular podcast is on Disc Golf Audio, our audio podcast channel. So that was all for the first day. The next day, GK Pro closed off the lobby and they set it up to film interviews. So the only people that were allowed in the lobby were people that were working on the video. Fortunately, that included some dogs. Anyways, that's kind of it. After that, Ricky and Kona walked around the warehouse, said hi to some people, and then they took off. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more content from Ricky and Kona. Let us know down in the comments what kind of content you'd like to see from us and them. And we'll catch you next time.
Hey, I'm Jonathan.
Hello, I'm Kristin.
We're gonna compete, but not to the death, till it's done. We're playing to 9 holes,
Yes.
and while having my handed to me, I'm gonna ask you some questions. Should we flip the thing?
I'll
You
take
pick.
the top.
I'll take,
The
I guess the
bottom.
bottom, yes. Okay.
So you start.
I'll start.
Yeah, you can lead the way.
What are you gonna do?
I see that there are 2 gaps.
Yes.
One on the right, one on the left. And so you can attack the basket with the backhand or forehand, whichever you feel more comfortable.
Backhand?
I think I'm gonna try a forehand. I can just see the basket the whole way.
Oh, you're picking
And-
the left gap.
Yes, I'm picking the left gap.
Okay, I picked another gap there.
The pro gap.
Yeah. Oh! That was good. That was really good.
Thanks.
She's good. So, how do you prepare for putting?
How do I
You've putted
prepare?
quite a bit in your life.
When I step up to a putt, then first of all, I have to decide if I'm going for the putt
Always.
or There you go.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you have some danger behind the basket or some like OB or a steep drop off, you have to decide. If you're a little scared and you think maybe I'll give it a half run or something, then it usually ends up in a very bad spot.
But you see, I have a problem here because I always go for it, the thing, but I'm always a little bit scared. So
if you're going for the putt, you have to be confident.
I'm going for this one, Christine.
Yes.
100% of my effort.
Yes.
And I don't even see the water that's behind the basket. I was going for it, but that looked really weak. Hopefully not on camera though. Oh!
Almost.
That was really good. I should probably be able to make this. I were able to make that. You will also able to make that. So far so good. The downfall has not happened yet. We got a question asking, how do you generate so much putter? Putting. The putting power.
Putting power. It's a combination coming from my legs.
Yeah.
When I push myself up and from my wrist.
Yeah.
But the most important part is the wrist. When I come down with the putter, I roll my wrist in and then I just quickly release it and it gives a lot of power. So if you have problems with your putting, you just have to keep thinking about your wrist and what it's doing and you will create a lot more power.
Okay. So hole breakdown, a basket there, we're here, we're gonna throw there. Oh no, kick out. Okay. You have also trees, I forgot to mention the trees. Christine, you have trees everywhere here.
Oh, straight to the ground.
Ooh, that was good.
Another long
You
putt.
had the skip. Do you use your sidearm more in your life now?
I started out as a forehand player
Yeah,
because I did not understand how to throw the backhand and there was nobody to teach me. I was more like putting, so I didn't gain any like distance.
Yeah.
And somebody told me, oh, you can use this thing too. And then I tried it and it immediately flew a lot.
Would you go there with a sidearm? Or?
No, I'd probably go with the chump putt between these trees here, but I don't know. Have you tried it?
I have tried it, but that was in a video on a ski slope. So it's not really the same sort of setting, but I'll try that.
Yes, with some Hyzer.
Oh, that was the tree.
No,
there.
that's too much Hyzer.
That was a lot of, that was almost vertically.
Yeah, not that much.
That was really good.
Thank you.
Damn it. Oh, please, more. Oh, no. So this is the weirdest stance I've done in disc golf in my life. Can I go through there? Probably not, but I'm gonna try.
Nice. Yes, I'll go with the grace.
I'm glad I hit the snow there. So, how much power, 1 to 10, do you use when throwing a grace full throttle, just full bore?
I never throw full power during the competitions. I mean, the maximum that I go is around like between 80 and 90, I'd say.
So when do you go full bore then? Well, I do that all the time,
Yeah,
but I don't compete in tournament most days.
Yeah, sometimes in practice I just do that for fun in an open field, or maybe there's like a distance competition and you can go nuts.
Yeah.
But usually these throws, maybe 1 out of 3 will be nice and the other ones will end up in a bad spot. Try a forehand. Just humor me. Try a forehand. Take my harp. just for fun. And now you have to lean on the right side and just
Like
make sure your
downwards?
wrist is lower than your elbow
Okay.
and just do the motion. Just throw it high up in the air. Yep. So, isn't it
Okay, that
easier?
worked pretty well.
Yeah.
What you think? What you thinking?
I'm thinking forehand
Yeah.
again. A backhand turnover seems like the perfect shot, actually.
I'm gonna try that. Yes.
Yeah.
Diffuse. I don't know how, but that was probably my fault in some way.
A few meters higher,
Yeah.
and it would have been very nice.
Very good.
Thanks.
So you and Silver, you have a disc golf academy, the disc golf academy.
Yeah.
What's the number one thing you tell, like when you have kids there?
For them, it just has to be fun, you
Yeah.
know? You can't go nuts with like teaching them
Yeah.
stuff. They just have to have a great emotion, and that's what we are trying to do, just so that they remember disc golf is fun and that they like it.
So you don't go, that was a nice throw, but that's OB. That gap is tiny. That one is bigger. I think you're gonna tell me to do a forehand?
Yes.
Oh, that was too much on the
It was
trees.
a little low. It
That
a
was
little
slow. That was slow. Why?
Don't pull your arm to back at you.
Okay.
Just say hi to the basket, like hello.
But the basket said, no, not interested. Good.
Thanks.
That was Thomas' nemesis hole. Will Christine do a forehand? Wait 1 second and you'll find out. Did the forehand. Oh no. Christine,
Yep.
how did you and Silver meet? If it's not disc golf, I'm gonna be really surprised.
No, it is disc golf.
Did you ever notice like he's trying to throw really far when you're around? Did you ever like think of that?
I haven't.
I'm gonna ask him because he's here. He's
Okay.
not here right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When we
yeah,
get back
okay.
to the office, I'm gonna
Ask him.
yeah. And here's the answer. Click.
Oh, it was
Oh,
almost perfect.
That was close. And
Yeah.
out on the fairway. Ett rådjur, kolla där.
What?
A deer. Hello.
Super relaxed.
Yeah. Is it two? Is that another one? No, that was a rock. Oh, that's nice.
Thanks.
Very good.
Yes.
So how do you train off season or like stay disc golfy
I usually play like 2 to 3 times a week.
no matter
No
what?
matter what are the conditions.
Yeah.
And I do putting inside.
Mhm.
And when there's a possibility, I'll do also like driving inside to the net.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah.
just to do the motion,
Yeah.
basically like strength training and cardio
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff.
But is it hard to keep up with those kind of trainings when you're like touring, going to the gym, or do you do that as well on the on season? The season, the on, yes.
I try to, yeah,
Yeah.
but not as much. When you do a lot of strength training, it's very hard to play disc golf.
That's what I did. I had a hard gym stuff yesterday.
Yeah.
That's a lie,
Now it's
though. Oh no. Too short. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Okay. So what will the 2022 season be like for you?
Hopefully a lot different. I'm planning on touring in the US a lot more, and also playing on the West Coast, which I haven't played before.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited and looking forward to going to US in February.
Doing the winning. Christine gave me these before the round. Like a hot pocket in the glove. Good. Subscribe, please. Thank you. That was really nice. I think
Thanks.
you're just right under the basket.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try to replicate that. Maybe even with the clay motor also. I don't know.
Try.
So I have a question, Christine.
Yep.
Because I'm a father,
Yep.
2 kids, and you have a daughter.
Yes.
And I'm just thinking, like, the more success you get, maybe more time you have to spend abroad in the US, and maybe not able to see your daughter as much. Maybe it's not as much, but not as frequent.
Yep.
How do you deal with that?
It's hard, obviously. What I'm trying to do is maybe take her with me to some of the tournaments. Obviously not everywhere. It's going to be difficult, but I mean, you just have to accept that everybody has a job. This is my job, and she understands that, and I understand that, even if it's breaking my heart at times. I think it's a better example for her that anything is possible in your life if you dream big. So I think we'll get through this, and I'm hoping to inspire her to do whatever she wants in her life. So I think we'll manage. Yeah.
That's really nice.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That was very nice.
We should start the round over, maybe. That's nice.
Thank you.
I'm not missing this one. No.
Yay!
That's like my round. It went south. So we played a round.
Yes, we did.
It's done.
Yes.
It's finished.
Yes.
You won,
I did.
like everyone expected. We did not expect to see a dare, though.
No,
That
we
was a
didn't.
good moment.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. He or she just walked there,
Yes.
being a dare. And it
Yeah.
was fun that you guys sent questions to Christine.
Yes, thank
And
you.
you answered them
I did.
all nicely.
And thanks for watching.
And subscribe to the channel. See you later.
Yes, next video.
Speed Sheriff. Going for like 52. I think that was turn. Welcome back to Fieldwork on Company Time. I'm Danny, and last week I put out a video where I was practicing my throws from a standstill. And in that video, I threw a distance driver. It only went about 320 feet, but it turned. It like changed angle, it had some roll to the right, and I thought that wasn't supposed to happen. I thought you were supposed to have more arm speed out of your hand than I could do from a standstill to be able to see a distance driver turn to the right. And so after I saw that and a lot of your comments, I decided to go ahead and put it to the test. This is a video that I've wanted to make for a while. I saw a lot of comments asking for it. I have understable discs from almost every speed from 5 to 13. I'm missing like an 8 and a 10
and maybe some others, but mostly every speed. And I'm going to throw them with my, my radar thing there that a viewer sent to me a while ago. And I'm going to see how much speed it takes to get each of these discs to turn. Let me know what your guesses are down in the comments, because I have a feeling that it's going to be less speed than you think it is. Quick notes, right now I'm throwing in a right to left crosswind, so it's gonna be pretty hard to monitor the angle of the disc. We'll just have to make a judgment call there. Also, we can use judgment based on how fast they are. And I'm gonna be throwing them nose down, because I think that's a big part of getting discs to turn, and I'll explain more about that later on. So anyways, we're gonna start with throwing some bounties. I have a couple of some, but only one of others. So we'll see how it works. But we're gonna try and see the minimum speed to get these discs to turn. So we're starting with this bounty here. I'm gonna try and throw it flat. I might throw it on a little bit of an ante, but we still should be able to tell when it changes angle. Okay, I would say that didn't turn. I don't think it changed angle at all. Let's see how fast it was. 41. It's a little bit fast. I thought it would definitely turn at 41. So let's try a little bit more. That turned for sure. That definitely had some turn. How fast was that? 43. Okay, so I don't know that 2 miles per hour is going to make that big of a difference. We'll say low 40s. This is the truth. This is a 5-speed, right? Yes, 5-speed. And this one only has a -1 turn, but it is kind of beat up. So it's gonna have a little bit more turn than that. Okay, that one actually didn't turn at all. Cool. No way that was 56. I think it was 44. This is a warship. This one's pretty stable, so we might not see any turn out of this one. Oh, we did. How fast was it? 47. Okay, yeah, so 56 for the truth was outrageous. I don't know if we can call that turn. It's not 56. 45. Okay, yeah, that makes sense though. 45 wouldn't quite turn it. That turned it, but that felt like too much power. Was that 47 again? Yeah, maybe not then. Ooh, that has a little bit of turn. That's a 9-speed Vandal. 46. That's the same. Okay, I'm gonna throw it softer and see if it still turns. Okay, that one was softer, definitely didn't turn. It's not 56. 43, that makes sense, okay. So it looks like for fairway drivers, mid-40s. This is a Grace, this is an 11-speed. So I'm gonna try and throw this one like 47. Oh yeah, that definitely turned. Also a little bit of grip lock. 50, okay, that tracks though. 50 should turn. I don't know if we can count that as turned. How fast was it? 46, okay, that tracks. I think that was turned. It might have been a little antied out of my hand, but it definitely turned too. And that was 52. There we go. I tried to put a little bit more on that one to make it obvious that it turned. Wait, was that actually 56? No, it was 51. Okay, so based, I'm gonna throw this. This was the driver that I threw the last video that like turned and I didn't expect it to. But I feel like I threw that one pretty hard for a standstill, so we'll see. Yeah, that turned, for sure. Oh, it was actually 56, who'd have thought? Okay, I'm gonna go pick them up and I'll redo all of them, maybe? All right, so I went and got them all and I've officially forgotten which ones I need to rethrow. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just rethrow them all. Oh, that was bad. That was just a bad throw.
That one might have flipped to flat. I think I started on a little bit of hyzer. I feel on a little bit of hyzer again, but I still think it flipped up to flat. And that time it didn't turn. This Maverick I'm gonna throw softly and see if it turns anyway. Yes, that was pretty soft. Yeah, that Maverick's definitely more stable than the other one. Okay, Vandal, we want no turn, right? That one's more stable too. That's like right on the cusp. Definitely turn that, Grace. Yeah, 48. Wait, what? Distance drivers were supposed to be 50. Yeah, that's probably high 40s. Yeah, 48. Nothing. Maybe it's just more stable than I think it is. Sheriff, we're gonna try and get into the 50s. $53, yeah. All right, so it's time for results. There's a good bit of subjectivity here because my sample size is really low because I got tired of throwing. I was throwing and I'm a human instead of a robot. As cool as it would be to have a disc throwing robot, I don't have the ability or the time to make one. So if somebody wants to make one and bring it here to test, that'd be great. And there's a lot of variables. There's how nose down the disc was. I tried to throw them pretty nose down, but there's gonna be a little bit of variability there. There was wind. So this is all very subjective. We're kind of getting an idea of how they're flying and then drawing our conclusions from that, also using judgment. So as far as results, the Bounty at 4-speed didn't turn at 41 or 42, but did at 43. So that's a pretty solid result. 43 miles per hour is how fast you have to throw a Bounty to get it to turn. I wish they were all that simple. The Truth at a 5-speed didn't turn at 43 or 44, so I'm just not going to include that because I don't have a positive result. For all I know, it could take 100 miles per hour to get that Truth to turn, but it doesn't, but based on testing, whatever. The Warship at 5-speed turned a good bit at 47 and got nothing at 43. So I'm gonna guess it's like 45 or 46, somewhere in there. This is one of those where it's just more of a judgment call. The Maverick at a 7-speed both did turn and didn't turn at 45 miles per hour. So I'm gonna say 46 is to guarantee that turn. The Vandal at a 9-speed did turn at 46 and just barely didn't turn at 43. So I'm gonna say 44 because if I had thrown it at 44, it definitely would have turned. The Grace at an 11-speed both did and didn't turn at 48. So just like the Maverick, I'll call it one more than that, call it 49. The Sheriff at a 13-speed did turn at 51 and above, but didn't turn at 48. So I'm just gonna say 51 is the minimum speed to get the Sheriff to turn. From my data, speed 9 is the outlier. It looks like it should have taken around 47 to get turned, but it actually ended up being below 46 at least. So that's a bit of an outlier there. So why are these discs turning at such slow speeds? Normally, to get a 13-speed disc up to speed, you have to throw it over 400 feet, and this only went maybe 330, if that. And the answer is nose down. Nose down is really important because it makes the discs more aerodynamic and it makes them actually turn. So nose down is also referred to as angle of attack. When a disc is flying like this is a 0 angle of attack, and a lot of people will throw with a nose up angle just accidentally. It'll fly like this. Like this, if the air is hitting the front of the disc and getting deflected upwards, that's gonna put downward pressure on the front, and because the disc is spinning, it's actually the right side of the disc that drops. So the reason that speed even exists is because on the narrower rimmed discs, like this mid-range, it's a lot steeper of an angle, so the air gets deflected even more. So it doesn't require that much speed to get a lot of deflection out of the air and a lot of downward pressure on the nose of the disc. Something like this has a much more gradual, this is a Destiny, has a much more gradual angle. And so the air doesn't get deflected as much, so you need a lot more speed to be able to get the same amount of downward force and cause that turn. So if you're struggling with getting your discs to turn or they're kind of lifting on you and hyzering out, definitely try to work on getting that nose down. This is that same driver that I threw in the last video that turned when I threw it from a standstill, and here I'm throwing it much harder than that and it's not turning at all. It's because I threw it on a little bit of an ante, but it's not turning because I threw it nose up. This is also a Sargent that usually has a flip to flat flight for me, and it's not even thinking about it because I'm throwing it nose up. So definitely work on getting the nose down. Like, I'm throwing those really hard and they're only going like 320. And then we'll compare that to, I'm just rambling and I like throwing Frisbees at this point. So if you're still watching the video, I guess you probably enjoy my rambling and throwing Frisbees. Oh boy. But that one like didn't rise out of my hand, it just flew straight. It was a little bit turned over, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna do one more and then the video's over. I think that was a good one, maybe? Whew. Yeah, okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Always remember, slow is smooth, and smooth is far.
Hello, everyone of planet here. I'm Jonathan, and in this video I'll try to find my putting style. So what I'm doing is I'm going a round of 18 holes, 18-hole round, and I'm recording every putt that I miss. 14 to be exact. Highly recommend to everyone to do this. It's also great. So after I've found my putting style, I'm gonna replicate all of these fantastic misses and try to see what score am I missing out on. And also I'll be clocking every practice putting session second, because I want to know how long does it take them to do this. So, a short backstory here. This is where my putting started, by stroking the board hard. Then it turned sort of into like a spin swoosh putt, like so. And this is, I guess, my current putting style now. So this is the plan right here. I'm setting up 2 baskets in my backyard, and I'm gonna putt a lot. And try to really focus on what am I doing here? What do I do? So there are actually a couple of things I noticed. I'm a bit surprised that I noticed the things, because I didn't know that I know stuff about this. Our neighbors. Now I know more about this, so I'll tell you now. So I'll be breaking this down into the grip, the disc, the stance, and the practice or routine. Because when asking Thomas Ekström about this, he said, Jonathan, you need to practice. You're such a beautiful being. I really like you, Jonathan, he said. So I will start with the grip and not the disc, and I'll tell you why in a bit. And this is my current grip, I guess, with the index fingers doing the spread. It's spreading and the thumb is there, okay? So I'm gonna do what Whirlwind Music said. Try experimented with all kinds of crazy grips and find what's most comfortable. So I'll guess I'm gonna go like the full spread until like, I guess a power grip, and I'll see on that spectrum where my hand goes. This is great, man. Full spread. Less spread. So I'm at this point. Now I'm gonna start removing the index finger. It's very exciting. A small step. Okay. Sort of ended up like this. Is there a difference? This to like this with the. I've also seen this tip that you toss it like this. Thank you, Robbie C. Disc Golf. And however you sort of grip it, that's the grip you go with. Whether you go with the crazy grip on the grip spectrum or the throwing up in the air thing, I sort of ended up in the same place, which was different than before. Progress. When doing this, it was fun and good and all, but